Summer Wells has now been missing for 1 week, and as of today, crews have covered more than 4.5 square miles in their search for the 5-year-old.
This morning, Donald Wells spoke on camera for the first time since his daughter disappeared.
You know, children vanish, and tragically, sometimes they are never found. The hope is that's not the case with Summer Wells.
You fix what's broken when you make that smile. So just stay for a little while. So just stay for a little while.
And good evening out there, everyone, and welcome back to another edition of It Remains to Be Seen. This is your co-host, Bob. Lori is with us, but currently away for a few moments. She will be back very shortly. As you can see, you have a nice, really beautiful blue gradient looking rectangle with the Skype symbol over there. It'll go away. It'll go away pretty soon. But for now, I'm here, and she'll definitely get her proper introduction when she's back. And I am going to very quickly go and make sure that audio is working. So I'm going to mute myself, and I will be right back, everyone. All right, so audio is on, and gotta love technology, right? It's amazing the impacts that technology has in our lives. I'm looking at the windows, and what in the heck? I'm gonna have to do some adjusting because the Skype window for Lori, it keeps resizing itself, like it has a mind of its own. So, well, mine did earlier too. So, just one moment. I'm going to readjust the size here, and appreciate you all coming out and just coming out to interact with us out here. Okay, one moment. 480 by 270 pixels, and boom, her window should be back to normal again. Of course, you all won't see it for like the next 7 or more seconds. Technology, and again, technology is an awesome thing. It has greatly impacted our lives. Myself, as somebody with a very, very severe visual impairment, I have like 0 vision in my left eye and 20/1000 in my right. And there are so many things. Oh, there we go. I see it on the preview here that her screen is back to normal. So, but thanks to technology, it enables us to do a lot of different things. It has its downfalls too, and it can be used for negative purposes. And it's like the alphabet. You can use the alphabet to spell out encouraging words, and you can use the alphabet to spell out very harmful words. And I just, as some of you may have heard in previous shows, I had unfortunately gotten sucked into a cult environment, and I learned I learned back then, and that was something they preached against Facebook, and Facebook was evil, and social media was evil, and I mean, I sometimes wonder if breathing was evil, but it just I told somebody once because they had said something to me about having a Facebook, and I said, it's like the alphabet. The alphabet can be used for evil purposes and good purposes. It's a tool. Social media is a tool. The alphabet is the tool that is used for written language and so forth. Anyway, off of that. So let's see. I'm going to check the chat here, so don't mind. You're going to get a nice preview of my forehead because I'm using very strong magnification on my computer to read this stuff. But we have Susan Brewer says, I hope I can stay awake. LOL. It's late here. If not, I'll be sure to watch when you upload. Thank you for that. And hello there, Miss Slinky Moon. Thank you for joining us. Definitely glad to have you out here. I think you're a new face out here, and really appreciate that. It's funny because Lori, when she's out here on her own, she gets nervous, and it's it's different putting yourself out there, And so, how are you doing this evening? And I'll get into this a little bit, and when Lori comes back, we'll be able to discuss it from multiple perspectives. But there was a video which was posted on YouTube. If I remember correctly in the time frame, it was actually streamed yesterday on a YouTube channel called Ziggy, and the title of the video was Bombshell, and it had to do with information released, more information about Summer's living situation and her parents and things. Hi there, Akiro. How is it going? Now, I cannot say for certain. I have my opinions on this. I'm sorry that you guys are getting to see my forehead. I'm telling you what. But I'm just going to increase the zoom level here in Chrome, and maybe I can actually sit back a bit to read comments and things here. And if it gets too fast, I probably won't be able to keep up. But literally, with my vision and my good eye, I have to have the highest level of magnification on my iPhone, and I have to have it pressed like this to be able to see even the time in as large of print as it is. But again, though, that's something I wasn't able to do before, and thanks to technology, it's possible, and there's so much that is possible. So, good evening, Susan. How is it going? I think that Lori and I have both interacted with you in the comments, and so it's good to see you out here. Let's see. Miss Slinky Moon says it looks clean. LOL. Does that help? Hey, I'm glad it looks clean. That's definitely a positive. That. I just don't want my forehead to be like the main thing on screen. So, on this channel that goes by the name of Ziggy, I don't know anything about the person. Evidently, she has prior streaming experience out on Periscope. And you're very welcome, Susan. She used to broadcast on Periscope before Periscope was discontinued in March. And let's see. Really quick, we have SpaghettiOs. Now, no disrespect intended at all, but that statement reminds me of my grandpa when he was alive. Just it's a very dear statement every time I hear it or see it, because he just was always full of humor. But SpaghettiOs says, hello, new sub, seeking a new perspective. And hopefully we can provide that. neither Lori nor myself. And for those of you who are just tuning in, Lori will be with us shortly. However, so basically, we hope to give perspectives and insights, and to not exclusively be like a conspiratorial type of channel. And that's why I'm mentioning this here in the description. There's a video that was put out by by a channel that goes by the name Ziggy, and the channel was about bombshell information on the Summer Wells case. The individual, I don't know if I caught her name, so my apologies for that, stated on a live stream, which I'm more sure than not was put out yesterday, that she had received contact from a source who wanted to be remain unnamed, and there was just all of this stuff that was mentioned in this video about the condition of the home, that the kids had body lice. Now, body lice, very different than head lice. Head lice you typically catch, in they live in the hair, and I'm not fully educated on that. There are probably people with a much greater deal of education on those things than me, so I'm not going to try to describe that. But body lice is, they're much worse in their own ways, and they can typically come in due to lack of cleanliness and hygiene. But in this video, it was stated that this unnamed source was very well educated, that this unnamed source was stating that the kids had body lice, that the boys were, and I'm going to say a lot of supposedlies and things like that here, because I don't know. There is so much information going on out there on all of these different YouTube channels. We just got into the true crime thing with the Summer Wells case. Lori's been wanting to get into it for a long time, even before I met her. And for those who are new to watching these, she and I are in a long distance relationship. I'm in California. She's in British Columbia. Hoping to meet in December of this year. I'm trying to scrimp and save as best as I can. I'm on my own with 2 kids. Her son is still under the roof with her, but she has 2 kids. And hoping to meet in December. But she had wanted to get into true crime topics well before we met, and this was a big step for her, because as all of you know, there are a lot of really nasty people out in the online communities, but there are some really good people too. And around here, we want to have open minds and open discussions without the trolling, without the name calling, and things like that. And we're all humans. None of us are perfect, but trolling is just not something that we will tolerate. We won't tolerate trolling toward us or toward the viewers out here. So if there's anything that goes on, let us know. We've got Dave A out here. How's it going, Dave? Lori will be back with us pretty soon. Oh, there she is. And welcome back, beautiful. I got to change your window because it shrunk.
Oh, messed it up again.
It's all good. It's, we were doing this with Team Talk before, and
excuse me, guys. Sorry.
We were doing it with Team Talk before, and it was one way because the windows were cropped. They usually stayed the same, so it's just a learning process. But the thing is, I know the dimensions that we need. I just have to get them adjusted. This time it took it down to 240 by 135.
Oh my god. Welcome everybody.
270 or yeah.
Sorry, took so long.
There we go. Your window's back to normal. You're good.
Cool.
So.
But I'm still sorry I took so long.
Oh, you're good. You're good. I was trying not to be nervous too. It happens,
Yeah, I heard you. I was listening. I was listening the whole darn time. All right. So we're talking about something.
Yeah, we're talking about that Ziggy channel, and Why don't you share your thoughts on that, and then I'll get into. I mean, unless you want me to continue, whichever way you want to go. I mean, because I don't want to be.
Well, I was gonna mention we could. We don't know if it's a credible source. We don't know who this person is, but it's information. It feeds the drama mill, I suppose. And yeah, I don't know. What is there anything else to say?
Well, basically, what I've seen with the channel, really quick though, just address. Dave A says got some chores to do. Phones going in the pocket. That's how I do it a lot around here too. So, we've got type of rules.
Are we still? If you can still hear us though, eh?
Maybe a headset on or something.
You're not leaving us, are you, Dave? I just got
Please
here.
don't leave us. Okay. We've got. I'm hoping I'm pronouncing this right. Typo rules. It says new here as well. Though I've been following this case from early on. It is a real rodeo, isn't that the truth? Sorry to say.
Oh my God.
May this be productive. All the best to everyone. Yeah, thank you for that. Dave says, but glad to catch alive for once. Definitely. Appreciate you being out here.
Oh, he's there still.
Yep.
He's
yep.
just being. Okay.
So what I
So
go ahead.
Is that what?
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
Is that what you wanted me to say?
What I wanted to say, as far as the channel as far as that Ziggy channel goes, is this. It's hard to tell, and I'm not trying to make any judgment calls or anything like that. But there are channels that I mean, they will put things out there specifically for the views. If you're a YouTuber, you're wanting to get views, especially if you're working toward monetization. But you can do that in conjunction with, trying to get the word out there in the hopes that it will help the child to be found. I'm not trying to make any judgment calls about Ziggy's channel or anything like that, because we're new to this scene as well. But it, she had mentioned on one of her live streams that, she's a new broadcaster out to YouTube. She was on Periscope since March. She said that she had received contact from somebody directly involved, stating that there were a lot of different things, like the home circumstances, the kids had body lice. The boys were taken away because it was evidently a priority one. And it was a priority one case, which means that the kids were in imminent danger. That this unnamed source was stating that the kids were being physically abused on a regular basis. The unknown source also mentioned that
It was more than just physical abuse, though, wasn't it?
Yeah, name calling. There was verbal abuse, emotional abuse. Now, then
supposedly, allegedly, whatever.
Yes,
This is
yes.
what they say.
Then
I don't.
I'm sorry.
I wasn't there. I don't know.
Right, exactly. And the other big thing that was in this video was that it was stated that there was, and I'm trying to approach this as best as I can, because it's terrible if it's, all of it's terrible if it's true. All of it. And
if it's true, they're both.
Oh my gosh,
fuck-ups.
yeah. So Candace is 39 years old, and there are allegations from this unnamed source that state that Candace and Hunter were involved in an ongoing intimate relationship even when the kids were around, though they were in separate rooms. My gosh, I hope that's not the case. This stuff is messed up as it is.
14. We'll go 15-year-old and a 39-year-old. What the hell has this world come to if that's the case? Oh my God.
It's messed up. The thing is, Lori and I were talking about this earlier today. Really quick, I'm going to address the chat before I come back to that. Let's see. Where are we at here? Because I don't want anybody to. I mean, it's going to be really hard if the chat gets really, really busy.
I'm watching it.
Okay, but Dave said I'm here. Susan says type of rules myself as well. Been absorbed with this case since June 29th. Dave says just cleaning for the boy's birthday. I know how that can be. Miss Slinky Moon says I'm AFK listening. That's okay. We appreciate you guys being here, and if you interact, we want to make sure that we interact back. I mean, like I said, when the chat starts going faster, it's gonna be hard. We'll try, but type of rules says Susan Brewer. Are you from that area? There was a message. Oh, there's a message that's held for review. Let's take a look here.
I just did it.
Oh, okay. Abby. Okay. Abby J says, "Good day from Australia, guys. This this whole shebang is." Well, I won't be able to say that with my youngest there, but I agree.
It's a
I totally
big
agree.
show.
I totally agree. Totally agree. And every time something new comes out, it's just unreal. Yeah, isn't that the case? Spaghettio says type of rules. 100% in agreement with you. It's like a weekend carnival that lasts forever. As we know, Candace was a carnival worker years ago. I suppose she feels she's still in charge of the tilt-a-whirl. I think that was pretty well said there. It's messed up. But yeah, as far as Ziggy's channel, I don't know, and I'm not trying to judge. I just don't know. With the source being unnamed, I understand why the source would be unnamed. I guess my thing is, and this is just my personal opinion, so just please take it for what it is. Don't let it, detract you from watching the channel. I guess my concern is that the videos on the Summer Wells case just started coming up on that channel 6 days ago, and it sounds like she has an interest in it too. Uh-oh. Are you still there, hon?
Yes, sirree.
Okay, and you're
I know my camera.
okay, it's fine. I just want to make sure. I gotta adjust that again on OBS though, because it kind of
Oh shit! Sorry.
it kind of blew up on the screen. I don't.
Oh my
No,
god.
it's okay. It's okay.
Just give me a minute. Just give me a minute.
I don't.
But yeah, keep
I
talking.
don't know why it does that. I don't. Okay, I'll just leave it like that for now until you come back, if you want.
Okay, I'll be right back.
Okay, you're fine. You're fine. It's broadcasting stuff, man. It happens. But the Summer Wells videos on that channel just started coming out, and I'm not trying to troll. I'm not trying to speak bad. I don't know her. It just I just was wondering like how the unknown source got in touch with her, and this happened fairly shortly after she started posting videos about Summer out on the channel.
That's the thing I'm saying is like, we don't know where she got her information from. She could be legit. I hope she is. What? Can you not?
No. Susan says y'all are cute with some laughing faces.
Oh. Yeah, you know what I mean. I was going somewhere and then I.
Well, you were talking about the channel and the source. You were talking about the source, and having contact with that source, like so shortly after starting to do those videos and things.
Yeah, that's a little suspicious. I mean, that really is. But I don't know, because it's intriguing information.
It is absolutely. And the sad thing is that with this case, it's believable.
Yeah.
I mean, look at all the other crap. I mean, the video about the bombshell. I mean, and no disrespect to Ziggy's channel whatsoever. Dawn decided to make a fake phone call to stir up drama. then it makes a person wonder, after seeing all of this, could this be the case too? Could this unknown source be trying to just, make it more of a show than what it already is? Type of Rule says, I think you're right. I get the impression she needs a certain amount of chaos going on in her life. There are people like that. Dave A says, I know none of this. Can I call in and you tell me a story? There's a video, Dave, on the channel. It was put out a couple days ago, and it's called Summer Wells: The Story So Far, and it has information about the case on it. And it'll catch you up on that. And if if we've spoken too slow in the video, and you're used to listening to things very at a higher speed, you can get through the video at halftime by just adjusting the playback speed on YouTube. I love that feature since I found that they added that in. You can get through like a 2-hour video in 1 hour just by adjusting the playback speed to double. Just have to get used to listening more quickly.
All right. So, talking about this, let's talk about the part first about Candace and Hunter.
Yeah.
What in the hell? Like, seriously, what the hell? Like, and then, yeah, I was blown away when I heard that. I mean, not that we hadn't already speculated, but
Right.
to actually hear she's supposedly, allegedly, whatever, investigated for a relationship with Hunter in that way is like, holy crap. Like, why aren't they arresting these people? What's going on? You know what I'm saying? Like, I know they want to build their case, but they're both a hazard to society, obviously.
Right. It's just Susan says, I agree. It sounds very credible, yet I wonder. And that's the thing with all the stuff that's going on, and then all of a sudden, like on that channel, and it's not to bash her at all. I mean, it could be that I mean, it's hard to say. Like, all of a sudden, the source comes out, contacts her, and then boom, 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 boom. There's tons of information about all of these allegations and things. It's just hard to say.
Dave, so this is how I can sum it up for you. So this 5-year-old little girl, she went missing. She's got blonde hair, blue eyes, really pretty girl. She went missing.
Mm-hmm.
Just poof out of nowhere, she just vanished. You know how it happens. I don't know. I took my eyes off of her for a second. She's gone. It does happen. I do say people can be quick and snatch and do whatever, but in the middle of absolutely nowhere, it sounds a little suspicious. So anyhow, the mom's kind of a crackerjack, and the dad's even worse. And the grandma, she probably is too, but she got the hell out of that state, I think, and she's someplace else. And then there was the 3 boys that were 12 and under, between the ages of 12 and 9. And then they got taken by CPS. Anyhow, the girl has been missing now for 3 months, and the parents would rather play pranks and phone people and talk shit about shit that they know nothing about than to actually look for their daughter. So, yeah, pretty much catches you out. It's like
as far as that prank call, basically that was a retaliatory call because the husband's stepsister came out and was talking about how she was an SA survivor, a sexual abuse survivor at his hands, that he sexually abused her when they were kids. And yeah, as far as if you were Abby, if you were asking about the situation with Candace and Hunter, supposedly these allegations state that it both happened when the kids were around and when they weren't around. Now, we don't know. There isn't anything that's come out. I mean, the thing is even with our videos, we want to try to keep things accurate, but always try to look for documented proof from other credible sources. With this video over on the Ziggy channel, this was somebody who wanted to remain unnamed. I hope that if that is legitimate, that person has contacted authorities.
But that makes me suspicious too. Like, I can get not wanting to know if you're from that area or something because of retaliation or something, but I don't know, man. I just don't know. The whole thing is really weird.
But
Hold on. Abby J says, and out of her own bedroom.
Yeah.
No, she didn't. She didn't go missing out of her bedroom.
I don't know if that question was pertaining to Candace and Hunter or to the the alleged intimate relationship between Candace and Hunter.
Yeah. No, I'm not too sure, but no, she went missing from. Well, I guess it would be because her bedroom was in the basement, wasn't it?
Now that I don't know. I can't give a definitive answer on that.
It was under the bar thing. Oh, so Dawn and Candace also supposedly did not pass their polygraph test.
Right.
Hold on, I'm just looking at my notes.
You're
so
good.
This is all like. Well, you got that right. They are all disgusting.
Yes. There also was another thing in there that Candace was jealous of Hunter because he had a girlfriend. I mean, there are a lot of messed up.
So then, does that mean Allie knew that they were in a relationship of some
I
sort?
wish I could say, but the thing is though, is that with that channel, that's until there's something documented in some way, shape, or form. A lot of stuff is hearsay, conjecture, and theories. But the sad thing is that what has come out in the media, a lot of those conjecture and theories seem very believable, and that's the sad part about it. But go ahead. I'm sorry, hon.
Also, too, it's been said that the boys, the ages 12 to 9, were left at home for like up to 6 hours by themselves. Now, I wonder if that included Summer when Summer was there.
That's hard to say. That is really hard to say. And it's not to justify that. It's not to justify that, but this whole pandemic situation has changed a lot of things for a lot of parents. I don't know why your window keeps changing size on me. I gotta fix that.
Oh, because you didn't change it back yet.
There we go. Now I just gotta move it back over. All right, you're drifting closer to the center. Come closer to me. There you are.
That's messed up, man.
But okay, let's see. Susan says, if the release is credible, in my opinion, the channel could have been a bit more discreet. Yeah. Well, the thing is that I think that what was mentioned on Ziggy's channel hadn't been brought out elsewhere yet because later on it came out on a different channel. But again, it's an unnamed source, somebody who didn't want to, be known because it could affect her career and personal life and things. Let's see. Crystal Sims says, any news on the police meeting yesterday? I don't have an answer on that one, but I can definitely check into that, and we can...
I have not heard anything about the police meeting.
Take a look here.
To be honest, I was quite flabbergasted when I heard about all this stuff.
No kidding. No kidding. Yeah, there's so much information out there. I will definitely check into that, Crystal, and thank you for asking, because that'll give me something else to research as well.
Are you talking about the charges or was it charges? The report.
Oh.
The police report.
Let's.
What the hell was it yesterday that happened with that? clear it up for me because I'm jumbled.
Basically, there was a police report filed in Idaho. There was a police report filed in Idaho that was for sexual abuse charges against Dawn. Dave A says, get a hold of me after the stream. You got my email. Yeah, I have seen a lot of these high-profile cases, and there tends to be a pattern. Here's a hint. At least half what you hear is bull. Yeah, it's this particular case though, Dave. It's just messed up. Like the things that you wouldn't normally believe are found to be true. It's crazy.
Okay, but Crystal Sim says another thing about this Ziggy. I almost believed her until they talked about Candace and Hunter. I just do not believe Hunter and Candace were messing around.
I sure.
Okay. I kind of believe they were.
It's hard to say. Just I know that with her knowingly and I believe that she also attested to it with her providing alcohol to him and they were doing things together a lot. It's hard to say. It's hard to say, but Crystal, what are your thoughts on that? And then Beautiful, how about you?
I don't think I have your email, Dave. What was the question?
About your thoughts as far as the relationship goes between Hunter and Candace. Crystal says really well. Go ahead. You go on ahead and you.
No, get to the chat first.
Okay. So Crystal said one other thing that makes me feel it is not credible is the fact that she said 7 calls to cousin a year and not one time they removed the CPS, and not one time they removed the children knowing they lived like that. I've had personal experience with CPS. I myself and my younger siblings were taken into foster care when I was 17. It was not a good experience with CPS. Unfortunately, with what experience I've seen and had with the family law system, their standards are very lax anymore. There was one family law trial that was discussed with me. It was a public trial, and the kids were sleeping on the floor. They weren't brushing their teeth, and a lot of other stuff. And CPS basically stated that since they had a roof over their head and things, it was all good. I know somebody personally whose ex was. How can I put this? Well, I'm just going to say it for what it was. He was molesting the girls in the family, and CPS was called, and the system.
Bye, Susan.
Have a good one, Susan. Thanks for coming out. CPS was called. They verified it, and the judge said nope, it's still okay for the kids to stay overnight. And it's messed up. The system is messed up. I'm not saying that's the case all around, but in a lot of ways the system is a mess. I'm in a number of groups on Facebook and seeing different experiences from different individuals with the family law system and everything else, and the system is a mess, a huge mess. So I can kind of believe CPS not doing anything after 7 phone calls. But it's hard to say. It depends on the people. It's not necessarily the agency or the bureau, but rather the people and the way that things are done. It's really hard to say. It's really hard to say. And with this case, as big of a mess as it is, Like, it just seems like one big fiasco.
I'm still worried that these people are walking free.
Now, I read something today, and it was very saddening, but I read something today that possibly justified why that's the case.
Because they want to build their case.
Well, essentially, if there's a suspicion that the case is a homicide case, which I really hope not, but if they believe that it's a homicide case, they may let them go so that they keep talking and keep acting so that they can get more evidence, more legitimate evidence pinned on them. Now, it doesn't make any sense knowing all the stuff that's already out there, but I am not schooled, on the legal side. I don't know a lot about it, but I guess I could see it making some sense that they're letting them stay out so that they can get as much evidence to charge them as concisely as possible.
I mean, I can see that, I guess, in a way.
It's still messed up.
But, oh, definitely. It's totally messed up. I mean, I don't know. And it's also really weird, too, because that one YouTube channel, how they're on again, off again, on again.
Yes,
off.
I know. Yeah.
But why? Why would you get mad and stop talking just to start talking only a few hours later?
I'm gonna put my thought out there on that, and I know we've discussed this before, hun. But why the heck get to the point where you're seemingly so close and buddy to somebody who has valid charges against him for SA? Why give him? I mean, it seemed like they were very chummy.
Right?
I just
And
don't know.
When she doesn't show us, all the conversations, but only just pieces of them,
Mm-hmm.
or whatever. What is she saying to him about everybody else? You know what I mean? Like, it might not even be about anybody else, but what is she saying to him in response to what he's saying?
Right.
That they don't show.
Right.
Is she agreeing with him? Is she, planning some kind of whatever with him? Is she? And I know I'm going to get hate for this, and that's all right.
Going to happen
because, I get hate for whatever anyway. So, I think. What I think. I don't know anymore because it's everywhere.
It is.
It's all over.
It is.
So it is also said that those boys also have what the heck was the word? No, they're slower in a certain area.
Oh yes, there was a talk that they were on IEP. Crystal says agreed. Something fishy about it. Crystal also says no hate from me. I agree. It smells funny. Type of rule says thank you, sir. Being willing to share your own experiences with CPS. I am from Louisiana, a state that seems to lose a lot of kids in care. The system has real problems protecting children. Believe me, both in the family law system, CPS. It's my younger siblings were separated into a different foster home. And I won't get into the full story on that here, but the people who they were placed with were very verbally abusive. Crystal says, and the fact that Benny is still buddies with Dawn and talking to the shares, yeah.
Yeah, okay, don't even get me started on him. I don't know, you can see right through that whole fiasco.
I'm blind and I can see right through that. Shoot.
Like my God, oh yeah, I'm so friends with him. Blah, 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 blah. No. He's either only in it because of the views and making money off of it, or he just likes to meddle where he doesn't belong. Maybe like us just saying like, you know, whatever, and like start going on, you know, the share or the the share shows and the you know what I'm saying? Like you just don't you gotta know where you're stepping, I think.
Well, see, I mean, we're definitely not going to lie out here. We hope to get views as well. We hope to build this channel, but we also want to bring, you know, accurate information. If something is unknown to us, we'll make sure that it's stated as unknown and not just come out and say, "Oh, by the way, guys, I've got this. You won't find it anywhere else." You know, getting views is one thing, but you've got to be authentic. And I mean, unfortunately, it's hard to be authentic in a fake world, but it's still the best way to be. And you know, we.
Okay, so
Oh, go ahead.
I do have a question for the people in chat. So, do you guys know if people are leaning more towards the fact that that was lack of oxygen as to why her nail beds were blue, and if that was indeed blood on her tracksuit? Do you guys know?
Oh, that's a good question. And if anybody out there is unaware, there was a picture that showed Summer's nails, and there was a bluish color toward the area where I think it was, well, if my finger is showing on screen, down toward the cuticle area, and you know, it was thought that she could have already been deceased. I really hope that that's the farthest thing from the truth.
Or many crackers?
Did your window shrink again? I think your window shrunk again. What the heck is up with that? All right, here. I'm gonna fix that. I don't know how long it was like that, but I just caught it on the YouTube preview, anyways. Wait. I'm gonna have to research that about the window resizing like that. There's got to be an answer out there somewhere for that one. But hey, I mean, this is live video. You know, anything can happen. You know, I mean, what was it at the end? I didn't see it, but at the end of,
Oh my goodness, what?
are you okay? Uh-oh. Okay.
I hear you. Do you hear?
Yeah, I hear you.
What's it?
I don't know what happened, but your window resized again. And so I fixed that. I don't know if you heard that, but
No.
okay. Yeah, your window had resized again. I don't know what the heck was up with that. I'm going to research that, see if I can find out an answer. But what are your thoughts on that, guys? If you had heard about that as per the nail beds, we had a viewer out here the other night who had mentioned that you know, any of the photos have been very closely studied, and that it was more dirt than anything. Crystal says, "Ugh, I go back and forth with that. Her fingers seemed swollen." She said, "But that does look like blood being covered by the jacket and seatbelt. That is scary stuff."
There's also a theory that the grandma had some gummies, I assume, with, I don't know, there was a name for them, something, that she got from the hippie place or whatever. Anyhow, that maybe gummies, like with THC
Right.
or whatever, for pain. And that she had gotten into those and thought they were candy, maybe.
Oh,
and
man.
maybe that's how she died, and everybody was just kind of covering everything up. I don't know.
Me either. There is so much. I mean, there are so many things that can be. You know, definitely not going to say one thing is the way it is and isn't. we're definitely open to anybody's thoughts out here, so long as it's not trolling and hate and anything. Because in the center of all of this, we still have a little girl who's missing. Thankfully, those boys were out of the home, but I hope also on top of that they are put into a place that's better, because I don't have a lot of faith in CPS and the family law system.
Well, apparently the two youngest are with, they're together, and the oldest one is on his own.
Crystal says THC will not kill her, though. And those were Skittles, I believe. Just so many things people say. Yeah, that's for sure. What does worry me, Crystal says, is that mystery crush on the back seat. Yeah, no doubt.
Well, and Hunter seemed very weird when Chris actually questioned him about that.
What?
And mind you, Chris kind of acted weird when he mentioned it.
Now, I wonder if it could have been just because of interacting with a minor. I mean, maybe it was. I don't know. But so on the video, did you see any nonverbal communication? I mean, that's one area that I can't, like, I can't see. Shoot, I can be out walking down the street and everybody could be flipping me off and I won't even know. Unless it's like right.
What kind of chemistry? What are you talking about?
The nonverbal, the interview with Chris and Hunter, was it done on video, or okay? Did you notice any nonverbal cues or signs from Hunter that seemed off, like that his nonverbal communication, like any fidgets or things that might be telltale signs that he might not be fully truthful in what he's saying? Like I know I remember hearing that, and again, forgive me because I cannot see nonverbal stuff. I strictly go by voice tone, because I can't even see a person unless they're like within 5 feet from me, and even then they're just a blurred shape. I can't tell any of that. But did you see any nonverbal cues from Hunter in that interview that might have seemed suspicious?
Now to be honest, it was hard to see Hunter a lot of the time.
Gotcha. Okay. Crystal said, Candace said it was Grandma's and old, but Grandma was also drinking Sonic Slushy, the alcohol, and Mountain Dew. No way that crush was hers. She said, oh wait, no, Type of Rule says, I cannot come to any firm conclusion about Summer's nails. I feel that many of these questions depend on forensics and law enforcement investigation. As you say, a lot depends on law enforcement's ability and motivation. Yeah, and that's, the hard part with anything like this is that, everything that's being done involves people. And some people have good motives and good intentions, and others don't. And all of that stuff, especially if, let's say for instance, and I'm just stating this for exemplary purposes, but if there's somebody in law enforcement who has other motives in, in solving that case, or they're not, as they're involved with it as they should be, all of that kind of stuff is going to impact the outcome and how much gets done in how short or how long of a time. I mean,
it's just really weird. Nobody really knows anything, and it's been 3 months.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. In the beginning, in the intro, we have that the Michael Vaughn thing there because of, he was a 5-year-old missing child. We talked about him last night, and it's been a couple of months, and still nothing has come up. It's crazy. I mean, when my boys go outside, I mean, you saw it tonight, hon. I went out to check on them. Like I normally go out and check on them. I live in a place that's off the road, and it's generally quiet here. But you just never know. You never know what someone's intentions are, and we have to protect our little ones. And you know, I mean, it's a scary world that we're in.
Mm-hmm.
So that was the bombshell. That was the bombshell that was out. Over on that Ziggy channel, and it's quite crazy. Let's see.
Okay, so is Sherrod still talking to Ron?
That I don't know. I don't know.
Is she off again? Because I thought maybe she was off again, but then she might have been back on again because an hour or two went by.
Sorry, I'm just checking something because I'm not seeing the stuff here on YouTube. Like I was trying to check the stream health, and I just want to make sure that it didn't drop out or anything.
No. It's
Okay.
not.
Okay.
Why?
I'm just used to seeing things on screen, and I'm not seeing. Oh wait. Duh. It was because I had the thing zoomed in. Okay. My bad.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
So that's all we have for you today. We were going to do actually a show. Well, at some point tonight we were going to do the Aiden Foosey story, or part one of it anyway. But we might do that tomorrow.
But we appreciate you all coming out here, and we really hope that you found this to be insightful and informative. We don't want to waste anybody's time. I mean, it's cool to watch videos that are time wastes, and you might see those sometimes where it's just fun and stuff like that. But when it comes to stuff like this, we don't want to waste anybody's time. We want to give information. If something's speculation, we'll make sure that it's clear that we don't know, that we don't have documentation on it to back it up. But we don't want to waste anybody's time. But we're definitely out here. We want to interact. We want to hear your opinions and your thoughts. And we're just grateful for the privilege to be able to be out here and to be able to interact. Crystal said she had a live tonight, but only with Jay for Justice. Not much Dawn talk. Interesting. Interesting.
Yeah, she was interviewing Jay for Justice. So anyways, we'll be back tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Pacific time.
Absolutely.
If you guys haven't, please subscribe.
And if you found this, if you found it interesting or just enjoyed the interaction, please give us a thumbs up too. That means more to us than especially just being small streamers at this point. It means a lot, and we appreciate you all, and it's definitely been great interacting. Just want to address really quick type of rules has a comment there in the chat. It says this case speaks to some very basic issues that are especially worrisome as we drag further into COVID confinement. We are already a bit uncertain in these times. Isn't that the truth? And Crystal says, thank you guys. And thank you. Definitely appreciate you coming out and interacting with us. So, I guess that's all we got.
Well, that's it. That's a wrap. Oh, Typo Rules says, enjoyed this. You seem legit and of the right mindset and heart. Thank you.
Well, we appreciate that, and that's who we strive to be, just real people talking about real stuff. We have other content on this channel that's not true crime related, and we tend to be very vulnerable, open people and just talk about life. It's important to do that.
We have over 800
Oh yeah,
viewers.
there's a lot of them. So, but thank you for that. That really means a lot. And I hope you have a great rest of your night, and hope to see you and everyone else who's been out here again.
Good night, guys.
Have a good one, all. Well, there we go. I'm going to stop